Welcome back to EGL Central. I am joined by top 3 gamer Momo. How are you doing?
Very well. Unfortunately off a tough loss versus Infused, but all in all, top 3 at the moment, and still got a chance to win the event, so feeling good, feeling confident.
Yeah, how do you think you'll fare off in the loser bracket final?
I think we're either playing Prophecy E or it will be Millennium now. I'm predicting it'll probably be Prophecy, but it looks like they're having a tough game against E at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've just heard word that they've actually lost their first map.
Yeah, they've lost their first map. I know how strong Prophecy are on S&D and CTF, so I've got all faith in them to come through. Whether they win against Millennium or not, I'm not too sure, but whoever it is, we're going to give it a good shot. We're going to put everything into it, and hopefully, we'll play Infused again in the grand final.
Just getting your sort of pro player perspective, who would you rather be playing against in this sort of scenario?
I think we've probably got our best chance against E, then it'd be Millennium, then Prophecy. I think Prophecy are the better team, but I think it's just the, your game style versus another team can just work. Like at the moment, E are beating Prophecy, which is a bit of an upset, but every team just does have different play styles, and I think would work probably best against maybe E or Millennium.
Yeah. Me and you were talking just before we came live here, and you said that somebody's done an interview. You were already guaranteed a top 3 placement, and they didn't include you in their top 3 predictions. How does that feel?
I was pretty bad. I mean, I thought we were going to get disqualified or something. But, yeah, we guaranteed top 3. It was something that we'd never even kind of thought about, except McGee. McGee was confident we were going to win the event, even though he'd put about 3 hours
standard Darren
time
McGee.
in. Darren McGee, yeah, he just doesn't even need to play the game, and he's just an absolute beast. So.
Last time you actually attended an EGL with McGee, you placed top 3 as well, didn't you?
Yeah, with Pasco and Jerd, and he said to us before the event, we'll match our seed, and I was like, you sure about that? And I was very dubious of it, but he's right. Maybe we can push top 2, maybe win the event, I don't know.
So we are going to be talking about Infused now, if we touch upon that. How do you think Vintage has done within that lineup?
Vintage was he was obviously like a late pickup. He was kind of like the fourth we were always searching for. They tried people like Swanee, they tried people, the top ARs in Europe. Now Vintage, I've teamed with him myself at Reflex. I came second with him. He's possibly one of the most talented individual players on the game. He's someone that I refer to like Tommy or like Jordan, the Mad Cat kind of thing. Like it's just one of those talent players that can just change a whole team completely. And I think playing against him, the only word, it's just a nightmare to play against. That's all I can really explain. But
now you team with an under 18-year-old player yourself in the form of Kyle, or has he just turned 18?
He turned 18 just before Gfinity. Obviously, that was always something we wanted to do. But he's actually just turned 18, so we're all 18 now. It's something we can like move forward with. And hopefully, with bigger events, 18 plus is obviously really important.
Yeah, the reason I brought that up was because obviously this Infused lineup just a couple of weeks ago dropped a player purely based on age issues.
Yeah.
How do you see these big tournaments actually affecting the way that lineups are actually formed?
I think it's really important to kind of, I'm not saying to be 18 plus, obviously you've got to start somewhere. The likes of Wongi he was 15 years old, he's played for Aware, and I've played against him personally myself in this tournament. He's played absolutely phenomenal, so big shout out to him. He's kind of brought his online performance to LAN a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, it was his first event, first ever LAN attended, and he's placed, was it top 12 they got in the end?
I think he got top 12, but their team had some pre-event issues, which we won't go into, but it was tough for him to just come in with a pickup next to him. Shane obviously really kindly stepped in there. He's placed top 12 at his first event. I don't know many people that have done that really. But I mean, it is obviously important, to get the right amount of players. But Josh is still 17. So whether they want to look at that or I don't know.
Clearly they know something we don't, maybe in the community, or maybe they're just scrapping off a couple of 18 plus
maybe
events.
Josh is 18 soon. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's December, isn't it? So he will be by the end of the year. So maybe they're looking forward just to have a good teamwork and good chemistry in for next year. I mean, if you have to think about things, I mean, you guys, you say you haven't really had much scrim time, but you, PT, and Kyle have all teamed for quite some time now. Yeah, so teamwork and chemistry is important.
We've all played together, and obviously we had to say goodbye to Marky V, which was very unfortunate. We loved to have him on board, and he got an opportunity from TCM. It felt really good to obviously beat them, and
to actually outplace them as well.
Yeah, they were knocked out by Millennium. I was really surprised at that. I thought they were going to win the event. Now, Infusing them, I thought was going to be in the final, but it's just the way it's gone.
Okay. Now, we are just hearing word that maybe we are going to be able to give you some of the Prophecy footage, which would be fantastic. I mean, as we heard earlier, that we're actually losing their first map.
Yeah, I think they lost their first map, but it's a real shame for obviously you guys at home. You can see the stream, the quality of the stream's improved amazingly, but it's just obviously like it's a side stage at the moment. It's not streamed, but the crowd is phenomenal. People are like looking over 10, 15 different shoulders to even see a screen, and you know it must be claustrophobic for the players, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, how do you find the setup here, Phil? Obviously, because it's a lot different to any other EGL.
I prefer it better than every EGL, that I've been to, and I've been to one since obviously EGL2 now. Really, really good. But the only thing that I would say is obviously it's just a square. There's no kind of feel to like a different rooms or anything like that. We're all put together. You can see the other side of the room. Little stations like obviously Lime. You got your Razor stations. You got Scuff stations. You know, just to browse between obviously maps and stuff like that. Yeah,
massive shout out to all of our sponsors and supporters here at the event. I have just had word that we are going to be throwing over to the casters very, very soon. And they are ready, so over to you.